Welcome back. We're still talking sports right here at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. The NFF General Assembly will take place tomorrow in Jos. We spoke to Edo State Football Association Chairman Frank Ilaboya, and he talked about, most importantly, how to prepare for the World Cup. Joseph, you listened to him, and yes, indeed, most of the discussions that will go down will be preparations for the World Cup.
Yeah, the atmosphere is much more friendly, unlike the previous when it was acrimonious. So I'm sure they will just be discussing it over a few drinks, and so you can imagine the atmosphere. World Cup is something that we desperately needed to. I'm glad that we've qualified, and so the discussions will be. The highlights of it will be what are the steps we need to take in terms of plan. What are the mistakes we've done in the past that we must ensure that we do this time around. The Gubernatorial has already made it clear that on no account must there be issues of match bonuses. So it's important we resolve those issues that are almost become perennial, synonymous with African teams. Either it's in Cameroon or Ghana, it's always an issue. I was listening to a senior colleague, George Ali, the other day, was saying that the eve of the game between Nigeria and France, that the Eagles were busy discussing match bonuses. I mean, and you're up against France, and you
such a match that your team spirit should be top
very high,
you should be reflective, start
fired up, getting
they were distributing money till 4 a.m. of match day.
You can imagine.
Match day.
I mean, that's extreme. Those are very, very terrible things to even think of. So if we don't get those financial issues resolved going to the World Cup before, then it will be same of the same.
Because we like what we've seen now. Nobody has really come out to complain, of bonuses. Everybody,
ITO is involved to an extent. Salaries have been paid.
Yeah, so it's a bit light. And look, Joseph, I always say it. Sometimes success looks like it's easy to achieve when you work hard, but to sustain it.
That is always the issue, because when you get up there, there are so many devils. Even the devil is there waiting for you. So it's important that we are able to look back, reflect on what the previous teams have done, the issues that came up, and then ensure that we don't have to, we cater for those issues before the tournament itself. Monies have been released now for preparation for the tournament. We hope that they will outline how it will be disbursed. If there is need for supplementary budget, they should do it so that the National Assembly can approve it on time. We have friendly games coming up. They should discuss how much these guys will get for each friend, appearance fee. All these things are administrative. I just hope they'll be able to sort it out before this friendly games start, because that's where you begin to hear murmuring, doing friendly games. Then by the time you get to the tournament itself, you realize that players are really distracted, and all they are thinking of is their figures.
Just find out that everything rises and falls on leadership, and I'm so pleased that the leadership of the NFF, they are meeting. Let them understand that this is big responsibility for them now. Look at what we were saying about Ghana. You could tell, and we also had all of those ugly talks. Cameroon, we had those ugly talks. Algeria, we had those ugly talks. Look at Egypt, that was focused. Ticket in the bag. Nigeria, ticket in the bag. So that's what it is. It is what I keep saying it, guys. It's what you sow, you reap. It's as simple as that. Hard work doesn't hide. People will see it. You're doing so well, and then you'll get the results for it. Let's get on with the show now. I started off the show. We were so excited to talk about the 2017 ITO Cup Women's Final, and for us, it's so lovely. Joseph, we're coming from the Super 4. We talked about women's football. Even before the Super 4, we got into the business stages of the ITO Cup. We were still talking about the women. We talked from the league into the ITO Cup, the Super 4. Now we're still talking about it, the final match. And I mean, Ibom Angels and Rivers Angels showed us that, look, there's talent in women's football.
Yeah, there is. If you look at the way, there is massive talent. Look at the way Nasarawa Amazon won the Super 4.
Look at that.
Nobody saw it coming. So the defeated Delta. This is something we have the talent, but the issue is the organization. And I'm happy that Rivers Angels were able to nip this in the bud, because quite frankly, the way they lost out at the Super 4 was really embarrassing. Getting just a point and losing 2 games. So really, fantastic game, 1-1 halftime, and then penalty shootout, 3-0. Somehow Ibom Stars couldn't convert any, but I'm happy, 10 million naira in the bag. I'm glad that money is coming in now into female football. It will help, encourage those that even have the idea who wants to come in and, play female. There's the attraction, increases the attraction. So it's
I spoke to a player from Conference Queen. She says, Austin, look, it's not even about the money for you guys are talking about us. and we love is enough. Is at that level, it's good motivation for her.
Well, when you know what the beatings they've received in terms of background, how they've been, the results that they've achieved, and how they've not gotten commensurate appreciation, you see that what they are getting now excites them beyond the. Of course, they are women; they have needs, you know. But being put on the front burner with what Aisha Falode and her team has been able to do, kind of revamped female football once again, and we are talking about it because there's competition going on, and the tournament's becoming lucrative. Who knows how much the next competition will generate? And
one sponsor is watching.
One sponsor is they are watching. They are packaging the sports now. It's not just because what they did with the Super 4. They didn't just look at football as a whole. They looked at the girl child. You know, try to project the girl child, and they need to have education.
School, they did community projects.
Those are the things. You know, when you try, what you're trying to do in effect is help the upcoming generation to have something to look up to, and it's really fantastic.
It's big motivation because these girls, they've seen Asisa Toshola, they've seen Onome Ebi, Francesca Odega, Desire Okparanozie. These ladies have just called now.
I was listening to Asisa the other day.
They are breadwinners.
They
look at that.
12 million naira
and Asisa goes out there and tells somebody, I started playing football and now my life is the way it is. She makes good use of it.
So it's not just the sporting aspect of it. You're also looking at the education. So for the fact that you are into football, you know, as a woman, doesn't mean that you should neglect your, you know, secondary education. Finish it up, and you know, Azizat was a prefect in her own school. You know, so really, and
started from FC Robo,
you understand?
Went to Rivers Angels,
and she's doing very well.
To Arsenal, Liverpool. What else you want to tell her?
What an example. What a living example. Earning 12 million naira a week. I mean, that's massive. That's a lot of money, Austin.
And it's okay. It's okay.
Don't change
That's good motivation for the girl child, and I'm so pleased that we've looked at it that it can get better. And it all started from a little support, little support. The Edo State government said, look, bring it. In fact, the Four Corners, they're so excited. They're saying, we want to keep playing in Edo State. Because it's just about support. Little support can do a lot.
Absolutely. And I just love the idea what Edo State is trying to do. They are looking at not just female football, but also other sports, trying to develop infrastructure, you know, as well as looking at, they've set up a committee to help revamp sports in Edo State. So a lot is going on, and that is encouraging the girl child. And we just hope that authorities will take it up, and we'll excel from there.
And that's right, pictures from the match between Rivers Angels and the Bomb Angels, and some of the matches also from the Super 4. It looks good. We like it. We're talking about women's football, seeing it on TV. Someday we'll also watch live women's football.
Yeah, I was thinking about it slightly. I thought
it's possible. I mean, they've started the walk. You know,
and the stadium, based on the clip, doesn't look too bad compared to what we saw in the league. It appears they've worked on it. You know, I know there's a deliberate attempt by the Football Association to project, you know, Nigerian stadiums as suitable for continental fixtures. You know, they did that with the FA Cup, ITO Cup in Agege, trying to show the world that Agege can actually host, you know, continental football. And now you have, you know, women coming to Jos, you know, to play at the Rangpam Stadium. I just hope they will improve that stadium. The pitch, the last time was like a grazing reserve, but this is much better. It shows that a lot is happening. I hope they will improve the facility, you know, there as well.
You know, but yeah, they're building a new stadium. It's just hope that stadium gets ready for the CAF Champions League. But it's good. We're talking about women's football. And once again, pictures of Nasarawa Amazons, emerging champions of the Super 4. No one saw it coming. But yes, they did. And it's good to know that women's football is getting competitive. Let's talk about Coach Imama Amakakpagbo. You know, he's